this. To open the cash register, punch the price, 2 numbers minimum, press sale, turn the crank 2 times, punch the machine if it doesn't work. Okay. Gotta input 2 numbers, punch the machine. Okay. Electricity turned off. Okay, I have no idea what difference any of that makes. Hold out there. Just a security light. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let's go back here and have a look.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Okay, so a broken clock. How convenient. At least it's right twice a day. Flashlight or... There we go. No thanks, I prefer my beer cold. It's fucking freezing, come on. Just put it in the snow for a while. That's not gonna work without power. That out of the way so I can take some health. Can't turn on the pump while that's busted.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I will have a nice doctor's note which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you, after all. You must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Giles. Suspect number 1. I don't know, at this point anyone would be the suspect.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Let's see. Yay! Okay, I got a key. Ooh, drawers. Ooh, what do we got here? Garage key, that's good and handy.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
1556, we saw that. That was back down the road. Who end up looking for? I don't know. We'll come back to that. Tape. Nice. Duct tape will fix a few things for us. What? I don't know, but... got a key. Here? No. But I got the key for the garage. Let's run over here. See what's inside. Close that up. Ourselves a bit warm. Cleanest spot in the area. Not been very well looked after, that's for sure. Crap everywhere. Inventory's full. Wait. They only get the one station? Can't do anything. There's here.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
Well, I think we have at least a couple of the items to fix this generator, so let's do that.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Don't have enough items, or enough space. What I'll do is I will run to the truck and I will deposit. I definitely don't need an empty bottle. Oops. Draw. Fire starter. Leave the logs in there. Take the pincher. Ooh, actually, I had a key for this.
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
It is as a citizen of Her Majesty and the free economic chambers of the world that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of my community, the Honourable Bang. And he's dead. Oh. We're gonna have to figure out who the hell he was on about. We will. Just get the, damn it. Stop closing door. We need these needle nose pliers. Up over here. Fix this generator. Perfect. Ooh, what's
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
okay? That's the garage and that's the main store. Turn that on. There, electricity from generator. Up over here and turn the lift on. Ooh.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift.
That's-
Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
There we go.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Okay, so I can break stuff with it. Or at least, hopefully break stuff with it. Anything else? Don't think so. let's hop back in here. Turn that off, turn that on. Electricity from generator. It's supposed to be here, isn't it? The lights are still blown out. Maybe this'll work. Perfect. That's what I needed. Now let's get this thing fueled up. Let's hope that'll be enough. This thing is starting to get icy.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there. Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
That? No. You know, he may know where to go, but I have no fucking clue. Well, I guess I'll just continue down the road here and see what happens. Not that I'll be able to see a whole hell of a lot. Ooh, that's hospital, yes. Loading the new area. See, Dr. Beaupre's clinic. Okay. Have a look around here. Like he chopped his own firewood.
Had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
In the pooper? Yes! Lantern was in the pooper. Nice. Bit of wood storage. Assume that's what that is anyway. Back door to his clinic. Please use the other door. Yeah, it would be a bit of a dick move to use his, some logs. Would have expected a key.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
A medical emergency in town. Doctor there is sick. I'll be back soon. If he dies, I won't be returning. I'll have to replace him. Yay!
Finding a locked door in the country is not that big of a deal. Carl knew a key had to be hidden nearby.
Okay, so I searched underneath that. Aha, it might be in here. Yes.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
Grab one of these. Ooh. Bit of fire in here. Keep the place going. Few fire starters. Need a wire.
For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
Two matches. Nice start. See if we can find something else in here. fill up a bottle.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
I agree with you. The scales are a bitch. Having said that, doing okay myself. On a bit of a diet right now. I've gone down 42 pounds. Pretty fucking good. The doctor's apparently fascinated by history. Earth doesn't look this big from here. Or in a cool, dry place with a constant temperature, they said. They got the cool right.
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border? Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling, but back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
Okay, what kind of files? Never did quite catch her name. The men called her Laure. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood. The bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The men had found her like this, they said. I doubt it, but in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sickens me. Rosaire Armand, no medical explanation whatsoever can explain why old Rosaire is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. Ooh, there's a few of these. Sylvie Bédard. All of her symptoms point to the same root cause. She's pregnant. She refuses it. She denies it. Unwilling to bet her husband is not the father. Let's just hope it's not Everett Lockhart, though, or she would have an illegitimate child and a syphilis on her hands. Okie William Joseph Hamilton.
That the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well.
Haughty, can't be cured. Chronic foot pain, can't walk long distances. Rich, I'll cure him of that one day. Okay, and that's the end of those files. You know. Communist
Manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.
So, are we trying to stop the Red Menace or something? Ugh. You know, too many people just fell in love with communism again. Ridiculous. It's as bad as fascism. They're two sides of the same coin. The only difference is, one, fascism is a road to hell lined with bright neon signs telling you exactly where you're going and how you're going to get there. Communism is a road to hell paved with the best of intentions. All about doing things for your fellow man and sharing everything. It's never ended well. Oh, but that was never real communism. Because nobody ever did the utopian final fucking version of it. Well, you gotta go through the shit to get there, and most people just don't survive the shit. Anyway, I'm not gonna read that. Odd. Anything else? Medical stuff.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Some painkillers, that's good.
Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside.
I don't really see much of anything else here. Oh yeah, these cabinets. Nothing. When locking a door isn't enough. Really doesn't seem to be much here. I don't have a wire to attach. And I don't have a bottle to fill. Actually, I do have a bottle in the car. Let's run back there real quick and swap out an item.
Carl felt like he knew the doctor now. His belongings had spoken lengths about him. But what Carl had heard worried him.
Let's see, we'll deposit another log. Withdraw the empty bottle. Back here as fast as we can. I don't know if filling the bottle with water will really do anything for us. Guess we'll find out. Carpet. Okay, I have one water bottle. Now we're going to start looking around the wilderness here for a wire. After I put something back in the car. Clear some space. Will deposit see. Probably won't need water bottle or the hardware. All of those. The equipment. We have 3 shots in the revolver. I don't think this will give off any kind of heat. Might be a bit better in areas like in here. Let me just go back in real quick. Yeah, it's kind of a more ambient bit of light. Covers more of an area. Ooh. Oh, perfect. Don't even need this. Still, it's nice to have. Assuming it doesn't go out. So much work to keep a door closed. It said something about searching the area carefully, so there's got to be something out here. I'll have a quick ramble around, see what we see. Probably won't see a whole hell of a lot. We're not going to stray too far from the area. Yeah, really not seeing anything. We see a few little bits and pieces scattered on the ground. I don't know if that has to do... any of that has anything to do with anything. Oh, okay.